Hello, my name is Skarx82 and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. I am just noticing there is a problem over there, and I think I'm just going to turn this off for now until I get the stuff replaced with automatic. Yeah, until I get it replaced with the automatic stuff. So there we go. That's fixed. Just been letting everything craft up here, and last episode we left off, and it turns out it was an iridium ingot that we got lost in the vacuum freezer when it didn't get enough power. So I was kind of waiting for that to happen. Yeah, that's the only annoying part about turning that off. Big bread letters. I have, while everything was crafting up, I kind of built a bit of a building around my blast furnace. Kind of like it. I'm not super sold on it, but I don't know. A bit too square, I think. I may do some more work on it, but that's kind of like a basic kind of thinking what this may kind of look like. I do like that ceiling. I'm just not... I like the colors, the gray and the black and stuff, but yeah. I don't know if I'm completely sold on this yet, but yeah. We shall see. Anyway, I think... Did that get the... I feel like that is messed up. Yeah. So did it craft the... Doesn't say it needs the iridium. I don't know. That's a bit funny. Let's do 2 more iridium and then we'll make... I guess we just need to make the rods. I'm not sure... Yeah, I'm not sure what... I know it got messed up, obviously, with the thing, but I feel like that shouldn't have gotten messed up with the iridium. Anyway, let's just do that. And we'll help it along here. Alright, so there we go. It's just crafting up the large amount of circuits that it needs. And I think it's gonna dump it all in this. It should dump it all in there, because there is that. But yeah. I'm gonna try in between episodes to kind of build up another building. Because I'm getting a little tired of seeing the base just a bunch of flat buildings with no roofs and stuff. So I'm gonna try to see if I can do like 1 a day at least. Depending on how much time I have. Just to kind of get a little bit more of a actual building look. Because, like, especially over here, it is like just a bunch of flat buildings. So I definitely want to kind of get my base looking like a little more finished. Alright, but anyway, let me cut here and yeah, just basically letting it do its thing. We are still running here. Lots and lots of circuits. Alright, we are back, and I have enough of those, so we'll throw that in there. And yeah, so putting it manually from here, having it move over there, and then melting down the ingots in the extractor is quite a bit annoying, actually, when you are crafting 255 of them. And yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to maybe I don't know what I'm going to do with I keep changing my mind on how I want to deal with this. But anyway, so there, we got our high power casings. And now we have the computer vent, the optical fiber, this. So basically these. Now I need computer casings. So I need, what is that? 190, yeah, 192. So I need 192 computer casings. And I have one, so I need 191 of these. This is how I want to do this. I mean, 191 of them, that is, that's a lot. I don't know, I may just, I keep changing my mind how I want to deal with this. I may just do the, that's not what I wanted. Like do this manually. Or just count up like how much tungsten steel I need and then do it that way maybe. I don't know. All right, but there is that one. So yeah, I think, all right, so what we're gonna do, save that. We'll put that over here. Right there. So computer casings. Yeah, so we'll do that. One thing I did realize I had a bit of an issue with is I am out of iron chloride. When you're making hundreds of circuits, apparently you burn through this really fast. I am making chlorine with hydrogen, and it's bouncing back and forth, which actually works really well. But the issue is I don't have any chlorine, so I'm making like the chlorine as like, yeah, there's the salt water and then I'm making the chlorine, so it's actually like, I mean, this isn't the fastest. I could put this in a multi-block and it'd be much quicker, but yeah, I can do, I think we can do it this way. Let's see if this works. Do I have hydrochloric? See, I don't even have hydrochloric acid on in my network. Yeah, I guess we can try this. Because I have tons of it right here from all the different other processes I have. The question is, how do I get a storage bus onto this thing? Do I even have an open side? The only side I have open is top. This would probably be better if it was like off to the side, but oh well. This, I feel like this is gonna be like really ugly. Can I don't think I can fit through there, can I? No. I just need to hook it up to that. There is enough for one channel. I think I have enough. I never still have like a hole in the ground here. Right, that goes over there. Light gray. No, I don't have any more channels. Okay, that's a bit of an issue. And I'm out of power. Alright, how am I going to get a storage bus on this? Let me cut here and kind of figure out what I want to do here. Alright, so we are back, and I did a little bit of kind of rearranging a little bit. Anyway, we got the the storage bus on the tank, and not like overly happy with how that looks. I just, yeah. Anyway, but I had to cut one channel, and all I did was turn this one off. This is for the carbon that I get from the distillery, but I have so much carbon. So I just kind of like shut that one off for now. Yeah, and then I just did a little rearranging and remember where I'm going. Over here, we used to have chemical reactor creating the hydrochloric acid, but now I'm just piping the hydrochloric acid directly in here. And this is emptying the cells and sending the empty ones back. So that's just jumping back and forth. And yeah, I need to get the hydrogen out of here though. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna throw this on the back of that set to export. And we'll just pump that into a fluid interface. That I hope that works. I haven't checked if... I know I have enough. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I have 4 channels left over here, so we are good. So hopefully, yep, there that goes. All right, perfect. All right, so I think we are, yeah, we're good. I know I could be doing this in a large chemical reactor, but I like to use the small machines as much as possible. Even though it's probably easier to use the bigger ones, I just kind of like trying to figure out like channels and all sorts of stuff. I just think it's kind of fun. All right, anyway, that'll just run and hopefully fill that up. It is slightly laggy, and that I assume is because it's pulling out of the storage bus over there and putting it in here, which I try to avoid. But eventually this will backlog, so we should be okay. But for the most part, I really don't have much lag at all. But the fluid interfaces definitely can cause issues. So yeah. Anyway, I was debating, like, I'm still like torn on these recipes for the TecTech stuff. Like, I really should have like an extractor next to the assembly machine would be the easiest, and then pump the stuff into like a chest and then filter it using ender eye conduits. But I don't particularly want to, especially because some need like the clean room. So like, yeah, although I wonder if the clean room recipe, I wonder if that would work in the multi-block, because these usually count as the, like, I wonder if like you could put it in here. Would it count that as clean room? I have no idea. And that is running off CPM. I mean, that is like... Alright, so I'm starting to like have a thought here. Why don't we use this? Alright, because I already kind of have the setup. Alright, that totally just... Yeah. Alright, so how do I want to do this? I want to do... Okay, we'll do a chest. May need to... Let me replace that with... Actually, I don't know how many... Let's just check this first. Purple. Where are we at? That's magenta, purple. All right, so we have 4 channels. We're good. All right, so I'm going to do, I think... Let's see, so that's the... This is the output, right? Input. Maybe I should do a separate... How about we do a separate one for that? So that's the center. Man, I need to finish this room. This room is completely unfinished too. Look at that. Looks terrible. But that's because this room is so like just I don't even know what's going on. Like we just have a couple of random machines in here. All right, so what would be? Do I only have ZPM going on in this room? I do have LUV here. Let me think I'm gonna craft. Yeah, let me craft a fluid extractor. I think that's what we'll do. We'll do a fluid extractor and then. Well, there's the input hatch. All right. The only concern I have is if I do just one input hatch, what happens if it puts the materials for one, like if it puts all the stuff like the tungsten in, the tungsten gets melted down and put in there, but then I also need the aluminum, like with that. Yeah, let me kind of figure out what I want to do here. I am going to have to get a fluid extractor, and I'll probably just do a ZPM because that is what is over there. And fluid extractors aren't, I think it's just a pump, right? A pump and a piston. But I mean, that's really not the end of the world. All right, let me get pump, piston. All right, so we'll get the fluid extractor and let me sort out how I want to do this. All right, we are back and I think we got everything. Yeah. So there is the Elite Fluid Extractor. Now I actually need some cables. I don't know, 4, that sounds good. Oh, there's that glass. I was wondering where that extra glass... Oh, actually no, that I had one extra in the... That's right. I ended up... I crafted glass and then I needed more glass and I think it was used up in a... when I went to craft circuits. All right, so we got our input bus there. What I think I'm gonna do, because I started thinking about, all right, so what happens if I craft up 200 of these things and it puts it all in a chest? What happens if it pulls out like 6 stacks of the same thing and it doesn't put everything, because this needs 6 different items. So I don't think just piping it directly in is going to work. I think we'll put the thing there. I guess we can go back here. Shoot, I am short. I am short cable. Oh well. Yeah. This is... I may end up rearranging this a bit. For now. I guess I could just use that cable. This is only... Now that I'm looking at this, this can only handle 1 amp or 2 amps. And technically that can pull 2, but I don't think it will unless I'm specifically doing that. So I think we should be good, although that would be unpleasant if I burned up all that cable, because that is a lot of cable. But I think we're good here. All right. Oh. All right, so there is that. I think that's how I'm gonna, at least for now. So fluid extractor, ZPM, this is ZPM. Perfect. Now, I think what I'm going to do is actually use Steve's factory manager, kind of similar to the assembly line, only this is much, much easier. Didn't I? Why is that not working? Did something get screwed up? Like, that's kind of weird, right? It's a bit weird. I have no idea how that happened. That was a bit weird. I think it was probably because it was crafting up two different types. I bet that's what happened. And it used... That makes no... I don't know. Yeah, I was crafting up two different types of circuits, and I think it probably just got screwed up that way. Alright. I thought I was a little more prepared for this, but yeah. Alright, so I think we do this. I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna leave that there, and we should be able to input through this cable. Trying to think, where do I want to put this? I kind of need the chest to be able to open. I kind of need it like right there. That's a bit farther down than I would kind of hoped, but oh well. Yeah. I guess we'll throw this here. And this can all be rearranged at some point. So I'm not overly concerned about this, but all right. So the interface need, oops, 1,000, just one. Yeah. So I'm thinking if we do, I guess we probably need, yeah, a command group. Oh my goodness. So this would be the, I think it's computer casing. Yeah. Try this. So we got our trigger. I guess we'll do every 2 seconds. Then we'll do the condition, the input, and then the output. So basically this is all I'm gonna have to do. I'm not gonna have to do the 50 different things here. Basically, check to see if whatever we need is in this inventory. So the chest, and then, don't remember, I think it was high. Yeah, so it needs one of those. Stainless steel plate. Steel plates. A whole lot of stainless steel, oh, but there it is. And I think it needed 8. And now I'm trying to remember. I don't remember the exact recipe. So computer casing. Eight, and then I guess we'll be doing, yeah, we'll just be doing these. So 1 of those and 2 niobium. Crystal C. Just 1 of those. And niobium. Titanium. Fluid pipes, 2 of those. And then the 9 aluminum. How about we do inium ingot? It's 9 of those. All right. So it'll check to do that, and then if it's true, it'll pull it all in, and then we need 2 outputs. That's right. So this would be the same. So pull in the high power. One of those, stainless steel. And it was 8 of those. The crystal computer, 1 of those. The niobium titanium pipes, 2 of those. And the aluminum indium ingot, the 9 of those. Yeah. Then output, so input, we'll need to do this from the down, because that's the way it's facing. Even though it's going to be to the side, it should do that. Okay, and then we do this one more time for this. So 1 of those. Steel plate. 8 of those. I get pretty quick at this. It's basically trying to remember the recipe. The niobium titanium. 2 of those. All right, so that will output the items into the input bus. And then last but not least, we will output into the fluid extractor. Oh, if this matters, I guess we'll do down. The indium ingots. 9 of those. All right, so I think that will work. That's all we should do. So that basically should split up into, pulls it all in and then splits it up into the 2 different outputs. So that, and then the last little thing we need here, and this is assuming this all works in this assembler. So I hope it recognizes this, especially with a with the thing that's like, it requires a clean room. I hope this works. We need, last but not least, oh, not aluminum, enderium. So output there and into there. All right, so I'm hoping this will work. We need the interface bus on there. I crafted up a interface, didn't I? I thought I crafted up an interface. Maybe did I use it for something else? I don't remember. All right, let me get the recipe put on here with the interface and start crafting everything up, and we will come back and make sure this is all working correctly. What are we waiting for? Is that crafting? Crafting silicon dust? I don't know how that is crafting that. Interesting. Anyway, let me come back and just a minute. And we are back, and I've been doing a couple things here. One thing I think I'm finally gonna have to break down and build is a large electrolyzer for this, because I'm really struggling on chlorine at the moment, and the reason for that is because I have added some drawers. I know I didn't have to do like such a large drawer. This does 64 stacks. I could have done something smaller. But I kind of just want to have a stockpile of these ingots, because many times I've been going to craft something and it requires like 2 stacks, and I only have 1 stack in the machine. So eventually this will just backlog. And yeah, but this one requires chlorine, and I also did I did one for the polyvinyl chloride, which also requires chlorine. So we have 8 stacks in there. And what else did I do? I did one for epoxid sheets. I don't have that running at the moment. I have it turned off because that also requires chlorine. And I also have this PBI stuff. I had tons in the A system. So did that go through it all? I had 600 and something buckets. Wow, it went through it all. Yeah, 675 buckets. So that's going to require yep, it's turned on. So that's going to require like chlorine as well. Like all the stuff requires tons and tons of chlorine. Anyway, yeah. I also did one over here. And I also have 600 and something buckets in the A system. So that's clearing that all out. And this requires chlorine. So yeah, definitely going to need to get some better chlorine production here. So in between episodes, I will craft up the electrolyzer. It's underneath my rubber room, which is this doesn't need to be here at all. Yeah, that could be a if I want to do a just an export bus on that and then have this somewhere else, because I believe I am full on. I believe this one is full on channels. Let me just check really quick. Cyan. Actually, that one has plenty of channels. Actually, I'll probably just leave it there then. I don't know. It just seems a bit weird to have an electrolyzer making chlorine in my thing. But anyway, that will end up doing. And the reason I've kind of done all that is because when I went to craft up the computer casings, I did 100 and whatever. I think I need 191 of these for the quest. I needed something like 10,000 platinum. I needed like 15,000 copper and all sorts of craziness. So what I have ended up doing is I'm gonna do the wetwares. I might as well have it do these. I know it's gonna be more expensive, but it'll kind of push me to upgrade some of the things like my UU matter production. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and do 95 for now. We'll do half the batch and we'll see kind of where we're at. Niobium, that's right. This is going to require 3,000 glass tubes, but 3,000 stem cells. Yeah, it's going to require a lot of stuff here, but it's not quite as bad like with the platinum and stuff. Because I mean, platinum's not hard to get, but it's like one craft will clear out an entire vein, so I'll have to keep moving it. So I'm trying to like upgrade my stuff to acquire more difficult materials, but they're like it uses less of them, I guess. And I don't really have a problem with the materials, but I don't know. I just thought I'd get this going, and we would see if the automation I had set over there is set up. Unfortunately, I need to get the niobium. So let me turn this off or pull that out for a second so it does pull that out. Yeah, so it does the niobium. And then we should be good to get that going. How many does it do? Was that 48? I think it did. something like that. All right, but that should be enough though. The niobium. I need 95. Yeah, but it'll be cool to see like really push my automation to kind of like the limit here. Because this is pretty crazy. Oh, one really quick, if you remember, I had issues with recipes kind of getting messed up, and I don't have the name on me, but someone mentioned that if I put this in blocking mode, it won't push like it won't push like multiple different things on there. So we'll try that and see. It'll only put like one recipe in and then it will hold it. So do not push crafting items if the inventory contains items. So it'll push one in and then I'll be like, okay, don't put any more in. And that may help with, that may help. The only thing I'm a bit worried about is this. Will this... No, because that's my Steve Secretary menu. All right, so I think we should be good there to get this crafted up. We're running a bit long here with this episode, so let me get this going. We good? We are good. All right, let me get this going, and we'll come back to make sure that is working with the assembler. All right, and really quick, just a couple hiccups here, mostly with the mixer. I have some conflicting recipes, and it has something to do with chrome, with the stainless steel and chrome kind of thing. But we are finally over here, and we got some stuff in here. So I turned off the Steve Factory Mender, but we are trying to craft up. Where is it? There we go. So I was trying to craft up one. So I think let's connect this and see what happens. Does it pull it out? No, it doesn't look like it is doing that. Let's make sure I have everything right. So one of those, 8 of those, one of those, 2 of those, and 9. So 1, 8, 2, and 9. All right, let me see what is wrong. All right, so the recipe is niobium titanium wires and fluid pipes. So yeah, so it's 2 of those, right? Niobium titanium wire. Yeah. Try this again. Titanium wire. 2. Titanium wire times 2. All right, there's usually... I think that pulled it out before it was fixed. I should have turned it off, but there we go. And that fluid output. And all right, so there it goes. It turned on. So I should have gotten one in the A system. Yep. Oh no, that's not right. Where is the casein? Yep, there we go. So 94. So this does work. And yeah, just make sure you have the right items in the thing. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Next episode, we will come back and hopefully get a little bit closer to getting some of these TecTech machines built. And I think maybe I'll build something over. I'll finish this building off, I think. Get the controllers built and build something over it, I think. And still kind of deciding if I actually like how this building turned out. Not sure yet. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching and have a good one.